All right, next up is the quickie review for Transformers BotBots Series 2, Out of Control. Out of Control is turns into a little handheld game controller here. He's part of the techie team. He's actually a repaint of a Series 1 BotBot, that being Game Over, who is one of the Lost Bots, who is kind of the analog for the techie team. So you can see what they look like side by side there. So you see in robot mode, Game Over has this visor. So when you turn him into a game controller, it just kind of becomes a blue section, whereas Out of Control actually has a face in robot mode. So you can kind of just see his eyes peering out of there, which I don't really like. I think that it was handled a little bit better with this guy, but I guess they didn't want to make them look too similar since he was just a repaint of an already existing BotBot. But yeah, other than that, I like the purple for the controller and the little buttons there that it's picked out. Transformation wise, you just take these side sections and you just rotate them down, and the hands kind of come out. You take the bottom section here and rotate it up, and then take the head and pull it out. There he is in his robot mode. So he's got the exact same problem that Game Over did, where the clip that the legs go onto is just too, like this post is too big for the legs to clip onto, so it kind of stretches them outward. And then it also keeps like his toes kind of pointed in, and just like the center of gravity is so far forward that when you have his arms down to the side normally, he just cannot stand up. So you kind of have to rotate his arms outward like this, which is kind of a bummer. There you can see what his expression looks like. Pretty cute. I don't know what the expression is supposed to be, like he's like concentrating and sweating or something. Just to show him off, here he is with Game Over. See what they look like together. I like the purple, but I think overall I still do like Game Over more, just because he feels a little bit more cohesive with the color scheme. But yeah, he's an okay BotBot, an okay repaint too. I do like the expression on his face, but I think overall I'm going to give his robot mode a 2 out of 5, just because it still does have that problem where if you have the arms rotated down, you just can't stand up. The toes are pointed together just because like this is too big for the clip that the legs are attached to. And then the alt mode, I think, is a little bit less than Game Over. I think I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5 because it's still good, but I really don't like that the eyes are like peeking out of there like that. Like I think that that's a real bummer to the alt mode. And then transformation is still pretty average, so 3 out of 5, which is overall going to give this guy a 9 out of 15 rating. So Game Over, I think I had as a 10 or 11 out of 15, which would have given him a 3-star rating. But this guy just doesn't really add enough to the role that I think he gets back up there. So he's a 9 out of 15, which is actually a 2-star BotBot. So not my favorite. Didn't really do anything overly interesting with the repaint, but there he is. There is BotBots Series 2, Out of Control.